First of all, tremendous victory. So proud of these kids, the way they kept fighting. All three phases contributed, which was great to see. But just the fight, things don't go your way. You got a lead that you feel pretty good about, and all of a sudden it's right back in. And that is as good a college environment that you're going to get on the road. I mean, it was loud, it was crazy, it was hostile. That's what the Big Ten is. So my hat goes off to the kids in those white helmets, and my hat also goes off to those kids in those black helmets. The Iowa team is tough-minded, they're physical, they play the game the right way, they're coached extremely well, which you can see on tape. So individual efforts, there was a bunch of them there, but just that last drive there, the plays that Joel Stave was able to make, they blitz after him, Melvin catches the ball, gets the first down, Joel scrambles out, gets another first down. Those are huge moments, and those are, we talk about having to make 10 plays to have a special season as you move forward, or even have a chance to have a good season, and those are definitely going to be two of the ones at the end of the year that we were able to make. But this team hung in there, and they fought. Adversity struck again, and we battled through it.
Gary, what was the play you had called when Joel scrambled for the 12 yards?
For at the very end?
The 12-yard run.
Just a drop-back pass. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. Our offensive play calls go on for about 5 minutes sometimes, so those kids are a lot smarter than I can. I can't figure them all out. So but it looked like a drop-back pass, and he scrambled out of there.
The third down conversion.
In that position, do you feel pretty good that you're going to bring number 2 down before he gets the necessary yardage? He's not exactly known for.
Yeah, Joel made a great read. The defensive end. I couldn't even tell you right now if there was 3 or there was 4 coming. I don't know. But Joel saw the crease, and he took a good angle and was able to make a very, very good play. And Joel's done that in the past, and when he had to do it, he did it, which was great to see. But his patience in the pocket showed up 2 or 3 times a day when he stepped up, came back in, threw some balls. The 7 route to Kunzel was contested in the backfield back there. He had to step up and move on that ball. So his presence in the pocket was very good today.
On your final touchdown drive, Coach, Melvin Gordon became a receiver.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Melvin has really improved, and it's been talked about many times by myself throughout the year. That was something Melvin wanted to be better at and wanted to be involved, and he is. He's a big-time part of that. He made a huge play today at the end there, and he caught a couple balls that were big difference makers for us. So he's another weapon in the throw game, which is tough to deal with.
What about that drive, Gary? I mean, how critical was that drive when they finally got it down to 2 points and the place is going nuts? That was pretty much Melvin's drive, wasn't it?
The very last one?
The next to last. The last scoring drive.
The last scoring drive? Yeah, that's a big-time moment for an offense, and Melvin got the ball in his hands, and he made some tremendous individual plays, broke some tackles. The one on the sideline I couldn't even see. I thought it was going to be a 4 or 5 or 6 yard gain, and all of a sudden he keeps on going. But the offensive line played their tails off. Sam had a couple great blocks on that drive that I was able to see from a distance. And again, the offense rolled, but that was as big-time drive as you'll see against a very, very talented defense and a tough physical defense. Those are those moments, and they're a special group of kids, and I'm lucky to be their coach.
You mentioned his poise in the pocket, George. I don't have the numbers up front, but it seemed like he hit maybe 4 or 5 critical third down throws to keep drives alive and just get you in there.
Yeah, he really did. And I haven't seen the numbers either, but I know there was some big plays that were made that kept drives going down the field on 3rd down. And there's a feel now on that offense that hey, 3rd down, we're okay, and we can do a lot of different things. And might be Tanner in there, might be Joel in there, might have to throw it down the field, might be Melvin. There's a lot that goes into that, and it's good to see that we can play like that now on 3rd down and have some poise and confidence that somebody's going to make the play. And we scattered the ball around a little bit today, which was good to see again also as far as to different people.
Coach, a lot's been made about, in the last couple of years, about you guys not winning any games decided by 1 score. Does it mean anything to this team to win a game like that?
I've never heard of that. That's the first time I've heard that, but it's you prefer to win by take it easy in the 4th quarter and play some young guys, but we knew that wasn't going to be the case today. Coming in here and winning by 2 is a tremendous feat by these kids, and they found a way to get it done. So, but winning close games is maybe not so good for coaches' health, but it's good for a team to get in that situation and battle and fight. And I never doubted that they were going to be there. I don't know. You always think you're going to win, absolutely, but their minds were right. They kept on plugging and made enough plays to win.
Will you guys talk a little bit about that play where McAvoy scored and Gordon really sold out the fake, and a little bit about that play?
Yeah, that's just their spread run plays, and I don't know if that was going to go from a Zorro or just a basic zone read play, but Tanner did a great job of disguising the ball and presented the ball right there with Melvin. I don't know if they were running at Melvin just to tackle him regardless if they got the ball or not, or what the situation was, but it was pulled by Tanner, which was great, and from there he was able to get some great blocking and found a crease and then made a guy miss down the field for the touchdown. So it's one of the core plays in what we have in our spread run game.
Here, this sets up a winner-take-all Minnesota-Wisconsin game for the West Division. Is this everything you could hope for to close the season and the players as well?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. The rivalry game, it's all on the line for going to the championship game, and it's a special time. It's a special moment to be in. These kids have worked so hard to get to this spot, and Minnesota has too. So now we're all going to put our best foot forward for a week and work like crazy on both sides, and then away we go. So it's going to be a fun environment. It's going to be a challenging football game. I think we all know how good Minnesota is. Last year our game was much like this game. Great respect for those guys. It's going to be a tremendous challenge.
What did they do to take advantage of your defense today? They were able to get over 300 yards in the air.
Yeah, quarterback caught fire, and when it goes into that situation, number one, the quarterback threw some very nice balls, did a nice job. I thought our pass rushing was not good enough, and to their credit, they blocked us well, whether we brought some blitzes, 4-man blitzes, sometimes 5-man blitzes, in different ways and spinning in the back end. And then obviously we need to cover better. So it's an 11-man defense. It's easy to just sit there and say I'm going to point the fingers and say, well, they're catching the ball over the top of people on fade balls. That's man coverage. It's going to happen. You let a quarterback get in a rhythm, you're going to have some problems. The biggest issue is the coverage, yes, because it's the easiest thing to see. But you let a quarterback be comfortable, and you're going to have serious issues. And today the quarterback was very comfortable. He's a good quarterback. They got good wide receivers, and he threw the ball down the field, and they caught him. So lots to work on to fix the throw game, or we'll have it continually be a problem for us.
Here, Hawkey makes a 50-yarder early, then he misses a PAT at the end of the day. What's your assessment of his role in this game?
Well, he's been huge. What is that, 9 field goals now in a row, or whatever it may be? 10? Is it 10 now? Yeah. So he's hit the ball very well. He hit one extra point, and I guess it would be easy to sit and say be critical of that. I don't know. Maybe the snap wasn't perfect or whatever. Those 3 kids that work with the snap and the hold and the kick are money out there. We didn't get the one, but we got the field goals, which obviously we missed one of those, and we might be sitting here with a completely different ending.
Melvin's rushing record lasted all of 1 week, but given the opponent, the circumstances, and everything today, rushing for 200 yards and receiving, do you think he made a different kind of Heisman statement today?
Yeah, I do. We've played against tremendous defenses in this conference week in and week out, and this was another one. And anybody that, I don't know how many times that you can look back and say, that's happened to Iowa's defense, and I'm sure it's not very often. I know it's not. I guarantee you it's not the way those guys play. And so Melvin's individual performance was very impressive to me, and should keep him right there in the mix to be the best player in college football. I don't know. I'm kind of jinxed in that area, so we'll see what happens. Even tried to challenge one and lost that one too. So good thing I don't like Vegas that much, I suppose.
Take one more about Corey Clement.
What's that?
Clement.
Injury-wise? Yeah. He had, he carried a little bit through the week. He did a nice job. We thought he'd be ready to go. I would say it was a little precautionary at times not to play him. If he absolutely would have had to have, and had to take the time out the one time because Melvin was tired. Melvin was not, well, he didn't tell me he was tired. I thought, you run whatever, 100 yards zigzagging back across the football field and it's on the 3-yard line. I'd probably be passed out, so I'm sure he was tired. So I took a timeout, but Corey should be ready to go. We're just trying to let it heal up and get him where he needs to be with the shoulder.